Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm KatherineOfSky and I have been sort of anguishing over the next decisions that I'm making because it will impact the factory quite a bit. What I thought about, so what we had before was here's the green circuits over here, and we were going to have all the iron and copper over here for the main bus. I decided that this length is a long way to walk. So I decided to put the iron and copper up here instead, and then we can start building our mall right away over here. Now down here, I was going to put steel production, and I guess we should lay that out right now. I want to have 2 full belts of steel, so I want to get out my blueprint for that. This was just basically copying those other things back and forth. Let's look at our steel smelting blueprint. Right, 96. It's a lot of smelters. Right, let's get this moved along. Just, you know what I can do even easier? Am I in map mode? I am not in map mode. Oh my gosh. All right, this is just an alignment line so that we can get things aligned along the line. Right, let me get rid of this. I like to have 1 square for a blueprint, or possibly 2. Oopsie, excuse me. Oh, out. Let's put this one down here right now. Right, here's our blueprint, and this was the bottom line there. Let's go a respectful distance away, I suppose. That should be plenty. And to have 2 lines of steel, you need 5 of these structures, which is a lot. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's perfect. Let's walk along here. And these guys actually need steel power poles because you can make them uncompressed, but I like them compressed better just because they are the same length then as the other smelting lines. Right, so we're going to copy this whole thing. This was 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Right, and we're going to put these guys right over here. Boom. So now we know how much we need. This looks massive, but basically because steel needs 5 times the amount of iron as an iron plate, you need 5 times to create 2 compressed belts of steel. I know it's crazy, but that's the way it is. All right, we're going to look. I hate scrolling through this thing. Power red, rocket, science station, steel. Aha, there we go. Right, so steel is going to go down here as soon as we can get this sorted out. In fact, I might just start building this right now so that we can have at least one of these structures running. Get rid of this tree. Bye-bye tree. And notice that these have an inner and an outer, or 2 belts on the inside. This is so that we can run coal along one of the inner lanes. Okay, and here we have our lovely splitters. There we go. And just shove this way. Right, and we're going to ignore the redness of these guys for now. Whoopsies. But the red is basically in case you want to use this blueprint to use with early game robots like nanobots, which I've had several requests to add them. And what I'm going to do is I'll do like a little showcase on them so that you can see how they function. But I feel like they're kind of beyond vanilla. And I really wanted this series to be very much more vanilla as a tutorial kind of series. So we'll add them for like 1 episode and then we will take them out. Okay, so these guys, I can basically just grab this, and until we actually build these things, I'm just gonna cheat and pull this through. But I know how they're made, and I can do this when we actually need them. Right, so this is gonna get us coal into this structure here, and the splitting lines here, notice there are 2 splitters on the coal line. Basically, 1 coal line goes up the middle to feed these second set of smelters, and 1 goes along the outer line with the ore. Okay, I think we probably... we actually have exactly the right amount of these. Wait, is that a mistake? It is! Oh my god, the blueprint has a mistake. Right, okay, I gotta remind myself to change that. These are the same size as steel smelters, so it's not gonna be any difficulty to put them down. I like this blueprint because it is so easy to set up. And if you don't want to watch this setup, by the way, feel free to fast forward a couple minutes. That's perfectly fine with me. But I know there are a lot of people who really enjoy seeing the setup, so we're just going to go with this. And what I really would like is I need some iron here, or I need some steel. Where's the steel? You know what? We have iron up here, and I could feed one of these guys some steel. I mean, one of these guys some iron. Pardon me. My goodness. I just want to get a few of these power poles set up. Let's just grab all the iron we can. Just pressing F as I'm going along here to collect iron. I also want to make a moving sidewalk. And we also are going to need to make... Wow, I have a ton of iron. This is great. Great and grand. Right. I think next time when I go back to the right, I will put down another moving sidewalk here, so we can actually get from one spot to another. Or I could do sort of train transport around the base. That's another idea. I could do that if I wanted to. And that would have to be planned like right now, because I'd have to move these guys back significantly, because this is not enough space really for a train track in there. I could do that. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave the option open, because why not? All right, let me get these inserters working. Right, so I'm going to just use the picker on these guys. Make sure that we get these in the right spots. And I'm not really thinking straight, am I? Because what I want to do is actually put in a stack of iron in each of these guys here. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some coal. And I'll probably do like a half a stack of coal in each, just so that we have some iron getting made here. Again, this is shift right click to do a half a stack, shift left click to do an entire stack. Right, so I have no red inserters, alas. I have no iron. I have nothing. But these guys are going to make me some nice steel plate so that I can make some power poles, and we can get those going. I used to have, I mean, I do have a, or do I? I don't even remember if I have a design that uses regular power poles, but basically it involves you having to space these guys one space away, every two, then a space, every two, then a space. But that doesn't line up with these guys, so I kind of prefer this method, just so that we have that functionality. Right, do we have... Let's get some inserters made real quick. I'm going to collect this steel. But using these, you know, steel power poles and medium power poles... Oh, let's just cancel all of these because I'm not thinking clearly. I want them crafted now. Power poles now. Where are they? Oh, there they are. How nice. And then those can be crafted in a second. But anyway, these power poles really have a very, very nice coverage area. And they get every single inserter here covered. Okay. I'd like to just get all these inserters in place. Ah, yes. But it also helps if you have... You have power poles connected to the network. So we're just going to string these along this way. These have a longer range than small power poles, the wooden power poles. So that's nice. Now, of course, we're not getting any automatic feed here, alas. See, I can even run along here as long as I have these other ones blocking the way. Ah, there we go. I haven't put these down yet. So I'm going to just put these guys down. There we go. Oh, no. That's okay. We're good. We know we go 2, 2, 2. Excellent. All right, so we're getting a little bit of steel on the line. More importantly, I'd like to explain how this whole system works here. I really need an iron feed. And what I really need is trains. So let's start researching trains. I believe I looked at this and I'm like, oh my god, I've been remiss. We need train technology. So let's start with logistics 2. That's on the research queue here. Not a queue, but it's on our docket of next to do stuff. All right, let's get these guys along here. There we go. So that one side is done. This side is not done yet. Can we drag some iron from somewhere? This spot is a little bit far away. I had a question about how far is too far to belt. This one is pretty much too far to belt. It's just a question of experience and how much you're used to. This one has got to go by train. That's just too far, I think. Let me look at radars. We need radar coverage. Where's my character? Right. Want to get this radar placed so that we have vision on the rest of this area here. Okay, one more. Let's get through these trees. Trees, go away. Oh my god, the trees. They're horrible. They're here. They're horrible. Let's put that here then. Chop down a couple of these trees. Nope. What? There's something there? What? Oh, it's a rock. Funny. Okay, and it took our radar. Well, looky there. It's right next to this entire thing. That's amusing to me. Right. Oh my god. I can't even see through all these trees. I guess I'll just have to get rid of these trees. Figure out where my power poles go. There's one probably there, guessing. One here-ish, maybe. Oh, you know what? Why am I cutting these trees? What the heck? I'm like not even thinking straight. Yeah. Grenades don't damage blueprints. Only you can damage blueprints. I don't really care that I'm destroying my own power poles at the moment. Oh man. In some cases, I'd rather destroy the item than, let's make a couple repair packs. Okay, so that's a thing. If you damage something, you can go here. This is under the production tab and click some repair packs. And basically you hold it in your hand and then you just click and hold basically to get those guys sorted out. And anything that, if we don't remember what has been taken out, like here, there's a couple of belts, we can always just refresh the blueprint and it works just like a charm. Just want to get these guys connected, and there's no need to be stringing lines out of here because those often just get in the way. So this is handy. We already have the blueprints down. We know that the line of power is going to run this way. And now we have a radar all the way over here. And we still see no biters. This is fantastic. I don't like biters. They are here somewhere, but yeah. Right. To demonstrate my point, I think I'm going to have to get a line of iron down here. So, to that end, I would like to need to get a blueprint of a lot of iron. Let's just take one for now. This is going to be fairly short-lived little belt here. Where am I? I'm here somewhere. Aha, there I am. Right. Because we're gonna put this in by train. We're gonna. Oh, can I please? What am I doing? Oh my God, I'm placing a blueprint. I thought I was using the ghost feature, but I'm too used to the blueprints and I do it automatically. Right. So let's go for railways. Can I please? Oh, engines first. Right. Okay. Let's just make sure that we get this coming along. Let me just zoom out so you can see more of a landscape here. Right. Because I would like to get some steel made. Very important to get that sorted out. Right. We have grenades. Perfect. See, grenade technique can be improved. Just got to be careful. Get things sorted out. Right. We want to have a space of 1, 2. Why do I have 2 spaces? I have 2 spaces because the natural length of an underground, like if these are all full belts here, for example, if if I do this sort of thing, if we have a full ribbon of belts coming through here, when I do an underground, they only go 4 on the yellow level of belts. And since you use yellows most often in early game, it's just easier to leave the gap of 2 spaces between. So that's why I do that. Okay, we're getting our research finished in no time. I'm quite happy about that. Right, let's start with railway. There we go. Because we need trains, for goodness sake. But to make trains, we also need steel. So steel is going to be very, very important to us. Okay. You know, I forgot the name of these things, but I have it in it's in my Balancer's Blueprint book. And it is called a line prioritizer. This one also will actually put in things like, you know, from the chests, if you want to put excess wood or coal, whatever you want to drop in the chest, that's in there. Also, people have been asking me, where do you get the starter base? The starter base is in the early game blueprint book. It's right here. So feel free to grab that from the Google Drive, and life will be hopefully good. Right. Now, let's get miners. We're going to need quite a few miners for this line. I think we need, what, 24? Oh my god. This is such a mess, this area. 6, there's 6. 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Need to get this moved along. And I'll just put an underground from this one to that one so I don't forget. Alright, so that's 12, right? We decided that's 12. Good, good, good. So that can be one side of the belt. Oh, man. Oh, and I didn't leave a space. I need to leave a gap. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, plus that's 6. This is gonna go 1, 2, 3, like that. So 1, 2, 3. I need 12. 4, 5, 6. Did I forget to link this one here? Ooh, I must have. Alright, let's just put an underground there. That'll carry this stuff along. Okay. This is a very weird patch. Now, normally I do like long rows of these things, but in this particular case, I know I want a certain number of miners, and we can also fill in the gaps here and there with little extra machines so that we don't waste any of this ore. I need one more here as well. And these guys are just going to be extras that are going to add to the line, which is okay too. It's good to have extras because the ones on the edges will finish mining. And I think we actually have full coverage of this area. Yes, except for here. There's a little bit of a gap here that's not going to get covered, but it's okay. I think we'll be okay. We won't die. It'll be fine. Right. And what I should do here is, instead of this, I should do this kind of thing with a proper balancer on it. Lane balancer, because these may get somewhat uneven over time because of edge miners and whatnot, but I think it should be just fine. Hopefully it'll be okay for a while. Okay, let's just go, let's leave a 2-space gap there. And yes, that's what I was wanting. Right. These guys can go up. Perfect. Okay, so now we have enough ore for one of these guys for now. Right, so let me do research and go to get the next item. I want to pick up some of the steel for sure. And I definitely want to pick up some belts because we've been using a lot of them. And some inserters. There we go. I wanted, yeah, I meant to take all of them. I didn't want to open the box. Really didn't. Right, I'm going to put in this excess ore in these machines here. Some people have been saying, oh my gosh, why didn't you just use a filter inserter to take the coal from here and put it on this line? Honestly, guys, this amount of ore is not worth crying over. It is so insignificant. It's not even funny. This works perfectly fine. And also, if you use it, I hate using inserters in the middle of belt lines because it severely limits the throughput. These guys, granted, don't take a lot of, well, they actually do take a decent amount of throughput. 10 every 8 seconds or 20 every 8 seconds plus these guys. I don't know. No. You can do it in your own game, but I think it's a bad example to set for people. If I did something, I would probably do one of these guys, an underground thing that would take the coal, but that would create this interesting little U structure, and honestly, this is not a lot of ore. And it's not ever going to be wasted because we will, basically this starter base is going to go away as soon as we build red and green science, and then this whole thing's going to be deleted. So it's really not significant here. Oh, are we short on ore here? Looks like we are. Oh, yes, and someone was saying that it takes 13 miners to fill a belt. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Or the 13 to fill a yellow belt specifically. So let's just put in, like, whatever is it, 14. And then this one. How do I do that? Oh, that's easy. Right. That's just fine. Gonna do this. It's just a couple of them. Wow, I've run out of miners as well. Oh, and I have no... Okay. We're gonna just make a fast underground because fast undergrounds actually have more distance. So I'm gonna make this one, or can we could actually do this. Okay, we can do this. We'll do that instead. Let's get our... Need this guy to go there. Nope. Come on. Oh, and I've run out. Okay. That's the problem. I'm like, why is this not working? Yeah. It's working, not working because I ran out of stuff. And this is just a very convoluted ore field, so I apologize for that. Oh, hello. Well, that's why it's not working there. That's another reason. Right. So there we go. We have some stuff going on. These guys can be powered that way. And again, we'll get these guys like this. Not that they need to be on the underground for compression, but just to kind of make it longer so we don't have to add more belts. Okay, cool. We are doing well. Now, we have... Aha! We have real compression going on. This is looking fantastic. All right, do we need anything else for railway? No. Bullet damage? Yeah, why not? In case we ever run into any biters, and I'm sure that we will. If you are playing with biters on, they might have already attacked you. Basically, go for the best ammo that you can get, the AP with, of course, you need steel for that, or the regular ones. Build turrets and place them around. But until we get them, I can't really demonstrate, alas, on how to combat those guys. Looks like we're chugging along pretty well. Yeah, research is a little bit slow, but that's okay. Well, slow. It's faster than if you had much less stuff. Right. So let's just go along this line. Oh, you know, the other thing. Okay, let me do one thing at a time. Focus, KOS. It's okay. There's just so many things that I want to tell you. And it's kind of hard to contain myself because there are many things that need to go on. The other thing that I want to do is make some stone bricks so that we can have walking pathways so that I walk faster along these ways. Right, so we have a nice steel line going here. Oops, I don't want to pick up that coal. I'm going to dump this coal into one of these guys there. Right, let's get the power poles set down. And basically, I want to show you how this works. Now, we built the other side already, but let's build this one from scratch. We have, I do need to make some long-handed inserters. And I do need some iron because I'm kind of out of iron. Let's get that sort. Wait, oops. Ha! My iron drop-off point is over here. Yay. Or my iron pickup point, I should say. Which is nice, having this stuff here. So I can make stuff like inserters, which require plates and gears and stuff. Okay. So some people take their iron from their lines, as in here. They take a belt of iron and then refeed it through smelters to make steel. However, this is a very much more space efficient design, because what we're going to do is we're putting the iron ore into these guys, these smelters. They're going to be making, okay, yeah, loaded up with iron, that's fine, right. So these guys are getting ore and they're converting it into plates. Okay, now these, we're going to directly feed that iron into these smelters. Which are going to take this up and wait till they have 5, because iron takes 5 of these guys. Let's get the coal into these guys and put an output for them. Yeah, once there are 5 plates, it starts smelting an iron or a steel plate. Now the cool thing is the ratios are exact. The time that it takes to smelt 5 iron plates is the time it takes to smelt 1 steel plate. So this is actually a perfect ratio for these guys. So this is why I really love this direct feed thing. It's really very easy to set up. And basically all you need is a bunch of inserters to get things moved along. There we go. So I really like this direct feed design. It's fantastic, I think. Okay, and we will get our reds moved in here. The cool thing is you can run along and place them. The reds do not actually replace any of the yellows because it's a different distance. If you wanted to, you could fast replace yellows with just by plonking a blue inserter on the top, but reds will never replace yellows because they're a different distance length thing. So, right, we don't need fast ones. We're just fine. And now we have steel. Oh my god, it's good. Steel is fantastic. Right, what else do we want? Do we care about shotguns? No. Bullet shooting speed? Okay, that's fine. Right, so now we have our first steel belt. And I made some marks over here on the ground of where I want the bus lines to go. So we have 4 iron here. And then we've got another 4 iron, so we have 8 iron altogether. Then we have 4 green circuits, and then 4 copper. So these iron and copper coming from here, green circuits are coming from there. So we really need to get rid of all these trees. Oh my god, the trees. Boy, so many trees. Okay, let's get rid of those. Oh, that was kind of useless because I didn't have another one. Right. These, I think I'll put my sidewalk here. Yeah, there we go. Let's do our moving sidewalk over here. And this is just going to be a belt with no other purpose other than to convey me to the right-hand side and our starting base. That's it. Okay, what do we got? We can do 2. That's fine. I think I'd like to start up some brick production as well. We have a little bit of stone here, which is kind of important because we need to get that sorted out. Okay, we really need iron. Come on, iron. Thank you. Just basically make a bunch of these mining drills in my pocket here. Oh, and someone had a really good idea of putting gears in a chest. At the moment, looks like we need more gears, so I'm not going to put them in a chest. But you can, if you have your science running idle frequently, you can do that. Okay, so we need to. What are you missing? Oh, you're just missing stone, huh? Oh, that's right. We weren't going to make any more of these furnaces because we're going to go to steel furnaces very shortly. Oopsies. Okay. For stone bricks, I want to make a whole bunch of. So I guess we can go vertically. That seems to be a nice way to use this area. Let's use this. So that's going to do 5 furnaces. Yeah, that seems like enough. And I want to have this going in that way and that way. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, because no, actually it'll do 10 because these guys are electric mining drills, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. No. I think I need 2 more, right? Let's see how many I have. That's 7. I need 3 more. Okay, that's fine. And what we can do here is we want to split this to have coal and, you know, stone on one side and coal on the other. So let's get this. That's fine. Let me go that way. Okay, we'll put our nice little splitter here. I really can't wait for 0.16. There's some interesting changes with fast replacing belts and putting splitters on and things like that. It looks very, very interesting. Okay, let's just go ahead and get these inserters placed down. Come on. Okay, enough miners. I'm done with miners. You can make miners later. Do them later. Oh man, I just need those furnaces. Make them. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3. Not terribly bothered that this is over the stone. It's all right. Let's use these. Why am I not terribly bothered that it's over the stone? Because there's so much stone on the map, I don't really care. There's 4.4 million there, 1.7 million over there, 5.4 million over there. We're going to have stone coming out our ears. It is very, very much not relevant to us. If we waste stone or waste the opportunity to build stone patches, for example, it's just not a thing. All right, we'll do that there. These guys we can... Oh, and I've run out of power poles, alas. Okay, let's get some more power poles made, please. These guys are looking awfully short on... Actually, it's okay. It's almost completely compressed, where I shouldn't worry about things that don't need worrying. Okay, there we go. And we have bricks. Great. This is good. Let's put the bricks in a box. I want to have an iron chest. I don't want a steel chest. Personally, I find steel chests to be a very, very big waste of materials. I know some people like them, but for by and large, and they're like, oh, well, you can, you know, replace them and recycle them. I'm like, no, they're just too expensive. They cost 8 steel plates, which is, what, 40 iron? And these cost 8 iron. And plus I do recycle them by using them, like if I have chests in the mall, I can recycle them by using them on a, in a train station, because they're really good in train stations too. Okay, so these are guys, we're going to feed all of these bricks into a box. Let's do 2 rows of these guys, of bricks. Okay, oh, this one is not powered. Oh, how remiss of me. Sadness. Okay, and once these guys, let me just clear this out and make sure that we have some decent ratios going on there. Right, let's shove that there, press T. Right, this we need military science. We're running out of stuff we can build. But that's okay, because we're not actually ready to build anything yet, are we? Probably not. We may have to have another... Wow, these guys are producing so fast. I'm surprised. Okay, that should get things off a little bit faster. Most of the problem here is that we don't have any inserter stack size. This is just ridiculous. This is so silly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's going to take 3 fast inserters to clear this belt in time. That's interesting. Alright, that's fine. That works for me. Looks like we're running out... Oh, yeah, we are running out of ore here. Let's just clear this one out and... get a couple more miners put down. And then these guys can just sort of just merge them into here. Do we need a... We don't really need a balancer technically. I'm going to put one anyway because it's good practice. But in reality, since this is flowing onto one side of the line, it's not really necessary. But anyway, this will be a nice, better balanced thing, especially since some of these are going to die. This only has 62 iron left to mine. All right, so I think we got things... Oh no! Oh wait, no, that's not an oh no. That's okay. That's the lower part of our smelting. I think what I'm going to do is, as I talked about, maybe we want to have a train system in the base so that I could just travel from area to area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, between episodes, just clear this out, basically copy the whole thing, and then move it upwards somewhat. And then we'll be able to have more space for stuff. So anyway, I'll see you then with that. But in the meantime, thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.